What's up, everybody? We're back. Episode 2, Season 2. We're almost there. How we doing, guys?
Doing so excellent. Happy to be back.
Josh. Living the dream.
Yeah. Uh, so this is, it's Friday. Last night was our first quote-unquote football game of the year, right? I am
First.
willing to bet none of us watched it.
Nope.
Yeah, neither did I. I did look in. I'm pretty sure the Chargers whooped the Lions with Trey Lance leading the way. But that is pretty much all I got from it. But yeah, we have our first episode with a guest of the season. Hi, Andrew. Welcome back. Great to see
Hello,
you.
everyone. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Sorry, my air.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah,
A little bit of cutting in and out. It's fine.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited for this year.
Yeah.
That's all I
Excited
really
to have
got.
you on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Starting off, just the news of the season. We touched on mostly rookie news last time we checked in. Now training camps are underway. There's tons of news everywhere that is largely meaningless, but some things that I'm sure you guys have followed and are important for everyone else to follow are one, the lovely, gladly we have our lawyer here, the lawsuits. So, for those unaware, I think it's only 3 big players right now, right? It's Judkins, Rushy Rice, Jordan Addison, all in some legal trouble,
At least as far as I think fantasy relevance goes.
right? Yeah. And it's, I think Rushy Rice was speeding, I think drag racing, Jordan Addison was DUI, and Judkins is domestic assault, I think. He's not even signed yet, so I don't know. What are you guys making of these guys for this season?
Well, I think it depends on which one you're looking at specifically. I think, the position that they're in regarding their team depends on how this lawsuit impacts them, and where they're being drafted, I think, also depends on how this lawsuit impacts them as a player. A player like Jordan Addison, love him to death. I don't know what his ADP is right now, but he's most likely missing a few weeks at the start of this season. Am I willing to use that draft pick to get a player who I'm not even going to have right off of the bat? Is he that guy, Josh?
Well, that is all going to be depending on JJ McCarthy for one.
And with the new quarterback coming in.
Yeah, new quarterback coming in, but Addison did show promise for sure. I know, Andrew, you had some things to say about this when I was going over what we were talking about.
Yeah, I don't have much on Addison and Judkins. I mean, I like they haven't really been charged or convicted yet. I mean, they've been charged, they haven't been convicted yet.
Yeah.
And I like to see when the convictions come. I don't really care too much about charges, just because you can be there's a saying that a grand jury would indict a ham sandwich. You can be charged with anything, So I'm not downplaying what they did. I think that we should let the courts do the courts thing, but this Rashi Rice thing is ridiculous. I mean, he got convicted of 2 felonies and he's going to serve 30 days in jail. That's absurd. Now that's just me. I think that the NFL will be pretty heavy on the penalty here. So yeah, I think that this is a gap year for Rashi Rice, and yeah, it's gonna be difficult for the Rice rule. That's for sure.
Yeah. Tough that we had changed the name already. I'll be honest, I know so little about usual punishments. 2 felony. You're like it should be more than 30 days. You think?
For 2 felonies and
I
based off of
know.
what it
Yeah.
was, I mean, I would think so. Now I'm not a district attorney, so I do civil, but from all I've seen, I think it's very light. It's 5 years probation, so that's pretty fair. Where it's like if you mess up at all, then you get all the issue. But I think that I think that the NFL is going to come down hard on him. I'm not going to take a stance as to whether it's too light or too heavy, but I
Yeah.
definitely think the NFL is gonna come down hard on this guy.
Hmm. Yeah, and I feel like when you have these kind of star wide receivers, especially one that's on a very successful team, 5 years probation, in my mind, he's going to do something again. Just because that tends to be a lifestyle that they lead. They tend to get in a little bit of trouble.
Who's they, Josh?
But who's they? Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs. Uh, the good wide receivers.
Yes, indeed.
You want,
Rocking a
the other
tightrope
one?
here.
yeah. Listen, I want my star wide receiver to have a little bit of crazy in him. But we've definitely seen a little bit of crazy in him as of recent. Although Jamar Chase and Jefferson have been, I think, fine.
Jefferson especially, didn't he buy his like mom a house or
Yeah, I think
something? His first
I
paycheck.
think Jefferson might be great. So maybe it's fine. But the fact that he already has been charged with 2 felonies, he's not immediately on the same path as those guys. But so yeah, I know Rashee Rice we're not actually going to have to worry about as of now because as of now Steve is keeping him in the 7th. Now,
Well, so those
Good.
oh,
I think those keepers are from last year, but I could be wrong. Like if you look at like what the active keeping stuff is, because it shows all the ones that I kept last year as for me right now.
it's
I think
very
because
possible.
they're automatically kept again if you don't undo it. I think.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Like, I do think that it keeps them from the previous year, but also people who have updated their keepers are in here, and he didn't have Rashee Rice last year because I did and dropped him, so he currently does have Rashee Rice set as his keeper.
Good.
But yeah, just like we have rookies being kept. A la Brock Bowers, Brian Thomas, both being kept. So, people who have set their keepers, they are showing up there. But
Just as a side note, real quick, did you guys know that Henry Ruggs is allegedly still training in jail and has hopes of an NFL return?
hey,
True story. True story.
wow, hey, night. Go get
I'm
him.
drinking a red stripe, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just
have.
totally forgot we never showed off our drinks.
We never did. Comma cider. Comma. Honestly, I don't know what it's trying to say.
Comma, chameleon.
Wait, I feel
Palmer-
like it's like
Oh.
a New England thing.
Well, it's New England, but I don't know what the comma is. Coma? Maybe beachcomber? Because it has it's with the beachcomber, so maybe it's coma. So I don't know. It lost me a little bit with the
I
accent
see.
on the
I
can.
see. The
Yeah.
coma cider.
Coma cider. Pretty good. Cranberry lime. I'm a fan. Andrew
I came straight
pre-gamed.
from happy hour, so I'm drinking bottled water.
Very nice.
And he's a little
Hydrate
bit ahead.
people.
He's already had his beverages. He's in the hydration game. He's in the post game right now.
But all right. So coming into the bulk of what this episode is going to be for all of you out here who have not quite been following over the offseason and want to get caught up, we already went over the rookies. Now we're going to be going over the vets, the ones on new teams that are worth watching out for. And to start off, I do want to briefly discuss, as part of our news and notes still, a vet that might be on a new team, as Terry McLaurin recently requested a trade after having his best season last year with Jaden Daniels under center. What do y'all think? Where do you think he ends up, and do you think the Commanders should just suck it up and sign him?
1,000,000% they should suck it up and sign him. I mean,
Yeah.
he always had bad quarterbacks. It's he gets one good quarterback with Jaden Daniels and he clicks. I feel like the wide receiver and QB stuff is so much chemistry that you finally found the chemistry. Like you don't run away from that if you're the Commanders. So I 100% think that he's gonna not only that they should keep him, but that they're going to keep him eventually. It's just gonna drag out a little bit. And I think that Jaden Daniels needs to step in and kind of, I don't know if he has, obviously, but like, he needs to step in and be like, hey, this is my guy. And,
Yeah. Like a Joe Burrow did for T. Higgins.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about you, Tyler?
Yeah, I don't know. I do tend to lean towards what you guys are saying, which is you don't want to get rid of the key pieces from your rookie like that. You know, he did just have his best season. I think he does have a lot of value to offer this team, but the price tag that he's looking for is really steep for a guy who had less than 1,100 yards last year. Yeah, he caught all the touchdowns. I don't know. I feel like the price tag he's looking for is a little steep. I feel like they are going to get a deal done, but I think it needs to come from both sides. I think he needs to lower it just a little bit, give them room to continue to build. You know, don't completely shut them off for the future by taking a large portion of the cap. But I don't know. I'll be interested to see what happens. I have no clue where he could possibly end up. Because I imagine anywhere he goes, he's going to be probably looking for a trade and sign. So, I don't know. We're going to see.
If I'm being honest, I think that the most likely place, if he does get traded, that he would end up would be the Patriots. Because we have money.
We still do have a lot of money.
Yeah. I don't think I think it would be really fun to have him. I don't know if I want whatever we have to give up for him. I don't. Like,
I trade Diggs for him.
Oh, in a second.
It would be, honestly,
happily
if they
trade
end up
Diggs.
moving him, it's not going to be for that much, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, just to get out of the contract and everything.
Exactly.
So, but I'd be happy signing him because we need receivers. We have money.
Yeah.
That's a fine place for it to go.
Good, solid veteran presence.
Yeah, just it was of all the veterans, Stephon Diggs. And let's jump into our next segment with that. We'll talk about the wide receivers first. Stephon Diggs is on the Patriots. From the Vikings to the Bills to the Texans to the Pats. Maybe his last location. He hurt his ACL last year, ended up out for the season, but he's already back in training camp and has made a very quick recovery from it.
I just don't get it. I don't get the signing.
No?
Do you guys get it?
I think that they were looking for literally anyone.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he was the first choice, but I think that with Vrabel joining the team, he knew that the only chance we had was we had to land a true number one wide receiver, and they got who they could get.
Yeah,
And I think it was a good signing. Do I think it was the best? No, but I'm just happy that we finally have the guy for once in 7 years.
Personally, so actually here, I'll go through the quick list of the relevant wide receivers that are on new teams, and we can discuss who we might have preferred to have, and we can talk about the wide receivers on these other teams. So we have DK Metcalf, who ended up on the Steelers. We have Devontae Adams to the Rams. We have Cooper Kupp to the Seahawks. Deebo Samuel went to the Commanders, and George Pickens to the Cowboys. Some of these were trades. Most of them were signings. I would have preferred Cooper Kupp number 1. After that, probably Devontae Adams. After that, I don't really care, and sure, Stephon Diggs.
That's blasphemy.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Where is DK Metcalf in that list?
I don't. I mean, sure.
I mean, I just think objectively, out of all those wide receivers, DK Metcalf is the best, the most purely at this moment talented wide receiver. Devontae Adams very close behind, depending on how he does this year.
I am looking more for a locker room presence than pure talent, because I don't think one good wide receiver is enough for what we have going on. I was hoping to have like Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams to help the young guys we have versus
Yeah.
DK Metcalf, who kind of brings another bit of crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely not what you're getting with DK, and then, that's a fair take.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that there was a lot of good locker room guys that we could have got that weren't as good as Diggs that I probably would have preferred. There's Cup, Tyler Lockett, Amari Cooper. I mean, there's several guys who I think are still unsigned. That, I mean, the thing is, we're not winning the Super Bowl as the Patriots this year. I mean, maybe that would be awesome, but we're not at all a favorite. So if you're going to be in that stance, I would rather get someone who's going to teach, Tyquan Thornton or Keyshawn Butte or, Javon Baker, whoever else, to become that next guy rather than Diggs, who is just dating Cardi B and doing coke.
Yeah. Yeah, well said. I was really hoping we could have grabbed Chris Godwin, but he didn't take the money and went back to the Bucks. But so it goes. Instead, we have Stephon Diggs. And what do we think about the guys on those other teams? Personally, I love Devontae Adams on the Rams. I really do think he's going to do well there.
Yeah, from a fantasy perspective, I think he's probably the best look there. And I think he's probably going behind DK Metcalf in drafts, no?
I don't know, but I would take Devontae Adams over him. He's a very... No, go.
Sorry, please go ahead.
No. He's a very smart player, and I think with Stafford, I think that they can get in a good rhythm very quickly.
I'm more worried about Stafford. Stafford almost retired 2 years ago. I mean, he's older, right? Isn't he like late 30s?
He is.
He's gonna...
Yeah, Matt Stafford is 37. He's getting up there, and he's already had some back soreness this off season. But and the first picture of him has some gray hair in the beard.
That's not great.
Yeah.
We don't love that.
But it's fine. Aaron Rodgers is still playing on the Steelers, by the way. We can discuss how do we think DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers will play together? Because to me, it feels like this is how Tomlin gets fired finally.
I feel like DK is the exact opposite player you want for Aaron Rodgers. I guess
I agree fully. Like, I'm telling you, I mean, Aaron Rodgers with Devontae Adams still got pretty much every Jets fired. If something's going to end Tomlin's tenure in the Steelers, it's this.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys are big DK haters.
Dude,
I think assuming that they don't have some kind of a cataclysmic fallout, which I guess is fairly likely to happen, I
Yeah.
think it'll be I think it'll be okay if that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
not a DK. I'm not a DK guy in this instance. And I've loved DK Metcalf, but I there's something about this Steelers team, this hodgepodge of like four new offensive pieces that all need to be playing a big part. I don't know. But any other notes on the wide receivers? On what do what do you think the Cooper Cups, the Debo Samuels, the George Pickens?
I'm all for Pickens in Dallas. I think it's
Same.
gonna. I think it's gonna be terrible in the best way. I
I
mean,
I have him as a keeper. Oh man, and God, he's a crazy one, but we need him to be crazy.
yeah,
Catch some
I would say
passes.
out of those three guys, I think Pickens is easily the guy to draft.
Mm.
Dak will be back. Cowboys had a down year. They're gonna throw the football a lot. Their run game sucks.
Micah
Hey,
Parsons. Micah Parsons requested a trade, so they might be more like the Bengals of last year, where it's just Dak, Pickens, and CeeDee Lamb putting up 60 and losing by 10.
I can really see that
Yeah,
happening. And I was thinking that same thing with, and they don't have Chase Brown in the run game that being useful. They're going to be throwing that ball and throwing often.
I will say that from a non-fantasy perspective, I think the Cooper Cup signing to Seattle is one of my favorites, possibly my favorite. Don't love Sam Darnold, to be honest with you, but I think if he has any chance of working, especially, they just lost Tyler Lockett, kind of like their dude who's been there forever. They also lost the super talented DK Metcalf. But
And Noah Fant.
yes, how could I forget? Noah Fant. But I think Cooper Cup is still a fairly talented wide receiver. Obviously, he does a lot more than just catch passes. He's a great run blocker. I think he's a great locker room presence there. I think they got Sam Darnold a very safe weapon. They got him like the very like vanilla like it's not going to be amazing, but it's going to work weapon. So, if Darnold pans out, I think Cooper Cup has a huge role to play in that. And who knows, maybe his fantasy value is being underappreciated if he
Well,
stays healthy.
tell you what, we can discuss that. We'll talk about the new quarterbacks on teams. We've mentioned enough of them on the run talking about the wide receivers. And I'll go through this quick list again and we can go through them. Starting with we have Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers. Geno Smith, once a Seahawk, now a Raider. Sam Darnold has moved to the Seahawks as J.J. McCarthy took the helm in Minnesota. Justin Fields is now on the Jets from the Steelers. And I mean the Browns. Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, the rookies.
They got four quarterbacks, dude.
Whatever, man. Five.
It's
who's
because
the five?
Watson is still on the roster.
Watson's still there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He doesn't count anymore.
Nah. He'd better if he touches the field. I swear to God.
There's no chance. I haven't even heard his name mentioned. I forgot he was there.
Yeah, dude, he's Voldemort now. You can't say his name. No one wants to talk about him. But yeah, we've already talked about Aaron Rodgers a little bit. This is his last year, as he announced. I can fully see him just being like, never mind, and come back if someone actually wants him, but I doubt anyone will after this year. But aside from what we talked about earlier, any other notes? Do we have belief in Aaron Rodgers?
Oh,
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I think he's beyond washed. If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. But
Yeah, I'm curious to see who's going to pick him. because where he's currently going as the. What do we think? How far do we think Aaron Rodgers is going as the quarterback? What?
Dude, he's got to be going as like what, like quarterback 23.
Oh, I'd say quarterback like 16.
2021, 22. I think it's 23 actually.
Oh my
Shut the
God.
heck up! Shut the hell up!
I may I may have missed some counting, but
But
I'm
I was
pretty
pretty.
sure I got that.
Regardless, I was pretty close.
You were pretty close. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's going
It's
late.
trash, bro.
People do not have faith. And you know what? I'm one of those people. I just don't think he has it. He managed to get it down with Devontae Adams last year for a bit. But now working with DK Metcalf, I don't think it's going to go quite as well. It's a very shallow wide receiver pool. They've got some tight ends, but I
All
just
good
don't
for
see it
him.
going. And all
And he,
on that note, oh what?
I was just gonna say he also hasn't been with them. He waited until the beginning of training camp to even like sign and show up. So it's not like he had like a full summer to kind of have meetings and Zooms and show
Study the
him the
playbook,
playbook.
film, all that.
Imagine. No.
It's off to a bad start.
No, to be a fly in the wall in those meetings of like Tomlin trying to get Aaron Rodgers to listen. Oh, but I
So
do
is on-
honestly. Oh, he's on number 2. Let's go. I truly do think that if we're looking at all these, I think that Sam Darnold will be seen as the worst of these five teams quarterback situations. Deep down, I think that man will implode behind a bad Seahawks offensive line. I've mentioned this multiple times before. I think I said it in the last podcast. We watched him behind an injured Minnesota line, and he sucked. I think that it's going to be that all season.
Yeah, I'm not huge on the Sam Darnold train.
I think he'll be okay. I mean, he has weapons. He's got Cup and Jigba, Smith and Jigba. He's got the 2 running backs, Walker. I forget the other one.
Charbonnet.
Charbonnet. Yep. So I
He
mean,
does
he's
have
got
great
some.
tools around him besides the line.
Can you figure something out knowing that? Maybe, but I mean, you're definitely. I mean, you're definitely putting him in the situation he's most uncomfortable with. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a viral video of Geno Smith screaming when pass rushers would get through that offensive line.
Yeah. He was the most sacked quarterback last year. And now we've put Sam Darnold there. It, thankfully, Pete Carroll saved Geno Smith and brought him with him to the Raiders.
Love
Which-
that. I think that's good.
Yeah, great setup. I mean, the Raiders' offense is so interesting now. Like,
I don't know if interesting is the word I use. I mean, Brock Bowers makes it interesting, I guess.
Ashton
Just
Jeanty.
single-handedly. Okay. Also, you be right. You're actually
Yeah.
you're pretty
no,
right.
it is definitively an interesting offense. Like, it's one I want to be watching.
Yeah. I don't know how
Well,
much
yeah.
I'll be watching them. Though I am drafting Janty in a league, so maybe a lot.
Really?
Maybe a lot.
Yeah. Hey, I've got Bowers in another league. I tried to trade for Bowers last year with Simmons. He didn't bite. There's also a bad trade offer, so that makes sense. But
They just
I
have
tried
such a
really hard.
boring receiver room.
okay. Disagree. They've got some rookies that are interesting. Dante
I was gonna
Thornton.
say Beck.
Yeah, Jack Besh.
Whatever. Besh.
Dante
whatever his name
Thornton.
is.
Toby Myers, solid as they come. There's something there. Also, they've got Michael Mayer, another tight end that did show promise.
He's pretty solid.
Yeah. Sorry, Andrew.
Hey, speaking of potential trades with Simmons, at the trade deadline last year, Simmons and I were this close to a Nick Chubb trade, and I'm so glad I didn't do it. Or he didn't do it. He actually backed out, but I fully would
Well,
have given him. I don't remember. It was picks. It was picks in this year's draft for Nick Chubb, and I'm so glad I didn't. He backed away.
ooh. Yeah, that
Wow.
was a close one. I do wonder, I'm curious. If I were him, I'm keeping Devonte Adams this year. Because he managed to get him off of waivers after your guys' trade. Being able to keep Devonte Adams two picks before, I think that's going to be better than Saquon Barkley in the first at pick 4. But
Well, definitely better than that.
yeah, but yeah. So
The risk with Adams, though, I mean, that's the only thing. Because I mean, the thing with those old receivers is old receivers fall. They don't have like a steady decline. It's a cliff. I mean, we saw with Cup this year. This year was bad for Cup.
all receivers fall, but Devonte Adams, I believe, is someone that will age very well. Marvin Harrison, he played until he had 1,000 yards, 12 touchdown season when he was 35. Devonte Adams is still 32, I believe. Uh, Here, quick trivia: who's the oldest wide receiver in the NFL right now?
Devontae Adams.
No.
Uh. Oh man, I wasn't ready.
Is it like a starting one, or is there going to be one in like a practice squad that we have?
No, no, no. It's a starting one. He had fantasy value last year, and technically could be drafted this year.
DeAndre Hopkins.
No. He is 34 years old.
That's not even that old.
Robert Woods,
No.
Adam
Oh.
Thielen.
That's the guy.
Oh man.
Adam Thielen.
Damn, I love Adam Thielen.
Who doesn't? Look at him go. But yeah. If Adam Thielen could be relevant at 33, Devontae Adams, I mean, come on. It's Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, let me ask you this: Devontae Adams, ADP 60. Keep him 2 rounds after that. You're getting him in the 8th
80.
round.
8th round? Dude.
Guys who are being
Who?
drafted around there: Jameson Williams, George Pickens, Roma Dunze, Isaiah Pacheco, Jordan Addison, Jerry Jeudy.
Personally, I take Devontae Adams every time there. I do
Yeah, but-
love.
I don't disagree.
I love me George Pickens.
I don't disagree.
Well-
My fear with keeping sometimes in those rounds is, do I like Adams more than those guys? Yes, but do I like him that much more? Where I don't know. Sometimes the worry is basically restricting your ability in that round. Like it kind of influences what you're able to do in earlier rounds, knowing you're locking yourself into a wide receiver. That round, I don't know. Is he worth the keep? Is the question. I'm not saying he's not either. I mean, I think he has potential to significantly outperform his ADP.
Yeah. Personally, I'm a big fan of him. Generally speaking, I just traded for him in Dynasty, even though he is old. So I'm biased. But I think he can do well. Our last guy we didn't talk about yet too much, Justin Fields. In fact, dude's gonna run.
Yeah, we should talk about him. I low-key think that could work out incredible for the Jets.
I think it can work out incredible for fantasy. I don't know if it will work out incredible for the Jets, just because they're the Jets.
He's on my team.
I don't think they're going
He's
to
on your
upgrade you or
team?
anything.
I thought about keeping him. I mean, he's like you guys are saying, but it's the Jets. No one does well in the Jets. Like
Yeah, Yeah, no one does well on the Jets.
I picked up him and Trevor Lawrence at the end of last year, and I keep looking at him like I got to keep one of these two. And Trevor Lawrence is just like so disappointing, but Fields is just all over the place.
I feel like I'm keeping Fields. I really, I mean, he's running, and that's pretty good. But I do not know what it's going to look like. It might just be like drop offs to Brees Hall and read options the entire way through. And you know what? It might work.
They gave him a lot of money, that's for sure. The
For
money does
some
speak.
reason. But yeah.
What do you think, Tyler?
That's an offense I want to watch. The Jets. It'll be
That's
funny
the one. You weren't sure about the Raiders? You want to watch the Jets?
Because it'll be fun either way. I think it's going to just be. I think the Jets are going to have a great season. Not necessarily that they're going to win, but I mean, God, I mean, you got Garrett Wilson there. Garrett Wilson's going to get 200 targets this year. He's going to be the only guy getting pass. Well, okay, Brees Hall also going to get a lot of pass targets. But, dude, I think it's going to be RPOs all year. I think it's going to be great.
Yep. It's going to be wild. Aaron Glenn coming in from the Lions. About it. I don't even know what he plans on doing there, but it'll be interesting. They're about to do because he's talked about a 3-man committee at running back. It's not going to happen. Brees Hall is just definitively the best player there. But how funny would a quadruple option be?
Didn't one of their running backs just retire?
Zach Evans. I think he might have been a Jets, but he's not one of their top 3 anyway. No, it's Brees Hall, Braylon Allen, and Isaiah Davis, I believe are their 3. But
bro, that's like when you're playing like NCAA football, like 2014. They have like the triple option play where you have 3 running backs.
I love that shit.
It's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I would love if they just devolved to that.
As would I.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know about you guys. I'm okay just skipping over the Browns. I think for fantasy, let's hope it's Joe Flacco and move on.
Fantasy purposes, Joe Flacco all the way.
I just want to say I feel really bad for Dylan Gabriel, and he doesn't deserve this.
I agree.
Yeah, for real.
I think we all hoped Shadur Sanders would also grow from this, from being snubbed, and has evidently not. And that's a shame. The Browns can pick them. Judkins and Sanders. But on that note, you talked about your Chubb trade. We got new running backs on teams, and let me tell you, they don't look awesome. The list goes as followed. We have our Cowboys running back duo of Devontae Williams and Miles Sanders. Woo.
P.U.
We have the possible Cyclops, Najee Harris, joining the Chargers.
Can you explain that to us? What was that? What was that poll?
Najee Harris was in a firework accident and has an eye injury that has been undisclosed of its severity. He got it on the 4th of July, and they have yet to reveal the injury, but they referred to it as a superficial injury, but he has not shown it. So it's kind of a, does he have an eye? What happened?
Love it.
We've seen a guy get his fingers blown off. Najee. Yeah, his only sighting has been with like hood pulled shades on, not showing it. So yeah, dude might be a pirate. Don't know.
This is. Sorry. The
What?
Cowboys are easily the worst running back room in the entire NFL, right?
Yeah. I hope that they trade for Brees Hall.
That offense would be disgusting.
That's my little headcanon. Like, if they weren't one of the worst managed teams, then maybe. But After Najee Harris, we have J.K. Dobbins to the Broncos. You may notice a trend of a lot of injuries on these running backs. I still actually think Dobbins could have a role because Sean Payton spreads the ball like crazy with his running backs.
I think there's a good chance that to start the year, Dobbins is leading in touches.
I agree. I feel like I'm going to take Dobbins and just hope that someone can fall for the facts that be like, oh, Harvey's bad and try to trade him away. But if they listen to this podcast, they'll know it's a trick. So I won't feel bad preying on the non-viewers.
That's your fucking lineup, Victor.
Set your fucking lineup. Hey, Victor, set keepers. I swear to God, if you go another year not setting keepers and you win, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
But if you just set 0 keepers and you won the championship, why are you gonna mess with the formula, bro?
Dude,
You
don't
got the
know.
blueprint. Look, dude.
He can
He
keep
knows
Baker
more than you, bro.
Mayfield, dude.
He knows more than all of us, bro. I don't
Last
know what
year
he's
he
I don't know what
drafted-
he's on. But
He drafted Chuba Hubbard and Chase Brown. This man and Tony Pollard. He pulled off the hero RB flawlessly, like an asshole. And then had I think it was Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield. This guy just had the best draft. Just set a keeper, please, Victor. Please. You've said you listen to these. This is me asking you. Just open the app and set keepers. Anyway, Nick Chubb is on the Texans also. Which might matter because Joe Mixon is currently out and they don't know when he's coming back.
am I crazy for saying that I have some faith that Nick Chubb might actually produce fairly okay in that offense?
I want to believe, but if I'm being honest, I have a
wanna
tough
believe.
time doing it.
I want to believe so bad. I think I've convinced myself. I might be delusional.
I want him to succeed on my team or not. I want him to just thrive. I want him to prove everyone wrong. But he did come back from an injury and then injure himself again. So,
Yeah, he's not young anymore.
yeah,
He's
like
getting
a really bad injury.
Yeah, he's not doing good.
So, yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm staying away from most of these guys until like the later rounds. Maybe Javonte Williams could do something. If you had to pick one of these 5, Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Najee Harris, J.K. Dobbins, or Nick Chubb, where are you going?
I guess I'm going Miles Sanders. Just hoping that I can pick him in a really late round where I can like throw like if it's my 14th pick, sure, I'll take a flyer on Miles Sanders. I want to stay far away from this entire running back class right here. I'll take freaking Ezekiel Elliott and call it a day. I don't know what team he's on, but
I don't think he's on a team.
yeah.
Honestly,
I haven't even
Cowboys
seen that.
sign Zeke. Just,
I would probably take J.K. Dobbins.
I think I agree. Yeah, probably J.K. Maybe Javonte. I don't know, dude. I'm done with him. All right, quick talk about
Can
the.
we get 3 seconds from Josh Hoy on the Broncos running back room? I heard last week that you've watched a lot of Broncos running backs, and I just want to know what your opinion is of the Broncos running back room going into this year.
Okay, well, my opinion is that Sean Payton refuses to be good for fantasy owners. He will pass the ball to running backs. Just definitively. He will not let you know what running back that's going to be in a given week. He will lean on a running back, but it will change every week. Now, this time he drafted RJ Harvey. I think RJ Harvey's pretty good, and I do hope that he will start leaning on him more. I think I think J.K. Dobbins and Harvey will have fantasy value. Harvey probably more by the end of the year. After that, the other two guys, it's yeah, Audric Estime, his value is pretty much lost. McLaughlin is probably going to be in for some passing downs. As for our last year guy, Javonte Williams, I watched a lot of Javonte Williams, and I did not see that. I probably watched every snap, like every handoff he had last year, and I really want to love the guy. But I did not see him break a single tackle. Every time I saw someone touch him, he was down. It was really bad. So I kind of have a similar feeling to him as Nick Chubb, as I really wanted to succeed. And this year he said, I finally feel 100% since my injury, which is the worst thing to hear. Because now I'm like, oh, okay, he's better. But man, he did not have it last year. And the other guys did look better, even though they're also not that good.
Not in the slightest.
So, yeah, I think it's a good backfield to target either RJ Harvey or JK Dobbins, just because, one of them in a given week is kind of gonna be getting a lot of targets, most likely, getting runs, maybe a touchdown here or there, but it's not going to be super predictable.
That's
my
fair.
2 cents.
Very fair.
Yeah. Personally, I probably won't be taking Harvey. I'd probably
that take.
take the later shot at Dobbins. But yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I think
Yep.
RJ Harvey is going a little high right now, to be honest with you.
I kind of agree. I like Caleb Johnson more than him, for sure.
I don't want to even my secrets away, but I love Caleb Johnson. That's prospect.
Was that your secret? I think you gave it away. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I did. I also am pretty sure I talked about this last week. So
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about the rookies. We like Caleb Johnson. Our rookie
love
rankings-
Caleb Johnson here.
I've thought about them. I'm pretty sure our rookie rankings sucked. But
What do you mean? I don't
that's
even-
okay.
It can't be that bad.
I'm not sure. I'll check later.
The Cam
But-
Scatabo ranking was a little high, but
That's the
besides
main
that-
one I have in my head of like, we did have Cam Scatabo. And I do love the guy, but thinking about it.
Look, we were being
All right.
a little bold. You gotta
You-
have some spicy takes, though.
You
okay?
check that. Meanwhile, hey, Andrew, let's talk about the tight ends. These are quick because they really don't matter much. Evan Ingram is on the Broncos. That's the most interesting one because it could be something. Sean Payton had Jimmy Graham, made him really good. He likes, he has this whole joker position of like moving around, running plays, all that. I think he could be pretty good, probably a top 10 tight end. After that, we have Darren Waller to the Dolphins. We have Noah Fant, most likely. I don't believe he's signed yet, but is most likely going to the Bengals. I would say that is about the worst place that he could have gone. And we have Jonnu Smith, another weapon for Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers, alongside Pat Freiermuth and a DK Metcalf. What do you think of these guys, dude? I don't.
I love Jonnu Smith to the Steelers. He's a short range guy. He's a red zone guy. That, like, for me, when you have an old quarterback that can't throw well, you need short range, which is exactly why DK is terrible for this guy. But for that same reason, it's why Jonnu, I think, is exactly what I would want. Is just someone that does the short range. Like, you can try to get to him as a tight end. Everyone else, I'm not interested. I love the rookie tight ends, which I know we're not talking about, but I think that these veteran tight ends, yeah, Evan Ingram to the Broncos, it's okay. I think that like this offense is already kind of a machine, so I feel like it's kind of like get with it. Don't like it's not like Evan Ingram is going to be a game changer. It's how well can Evan Ingram like fit to the system. The system clearly works. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for much for the most of the old tight ends except for Johnny.
Interesting. Honestly, I hadn't thought about Johnu like that. I kind of like that take on him. Do you think Pat is gonna get in his way? Because to me, I'm like they already had a tight end that was decent, and now they're just throwing Johnu Smith in there.
I think Johnny's over Pat from day one in that offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think Pat does a lot of blocking too.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I do. I'm a Pat Fryermuth guy, but you know,
Just want to remind
I
everyone
do
the
agree that I think
Patriots
Johnny
had
Smith is the
Johnny
better
Smith
talent.
at one point.
Yeah. At one point, I do think there's a chance they run a lot of two tight end sets. Like they have their new running back. They have is DK Metcalf anyway. So just have your two tight ends, have your blockers out, do your running.
Josh, can I ask you a tight end question?
Dude, shoot.
Where do you stand on the Kyle Pitts this year?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Um, okay. Here's the thing. Kyle Pitts might still be good, but the last couple of years he has grown more and more. This watching him, I don't. He doesn't look like he likes football. I have been following. He's my number one followed player in training camp thus far. So I have anything that's Kyle Pitts. I've watched a video of him walking in and was like, man, he's got some swagger though. He looks like he might enjoy this. So I am very hesitantly rising on Kyle Pitts. I've heard Michael Penix talk about getting him the ball more. And honestly, my big hope, I think Michael Penix is the next Jameis Winston. I think we have a new gunslinger in town, and I think there's a chance that they feast in that offense. So I where Kyle Pitts is going right now, I'll give away my secret because honestly, take this burden from me. Where Kyle Pitts is going, I'm drafting the guy. I'm in. I'm going.
He's
I
number
agree.
131 in between Javante Williams and Aaron Rodgers right now.
Yeah, freaking easy. I trade last year in Dynasty, I traded for Javante Williams and Kyle Pitts. Look where I am now. Man, maybe I shouldn't have trusted my trading. But I like Kyle Pitts there. Down there, I think there's still a chance. Every year you say, he's only this old. He's younger than Michael Penix. So,
What?
so like, yeah, what? Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is born. Kyle Pitts is 24. Michael Penix may also be 20. Michael Penix is 25. So there you have it. He's growing, guys. He's learning.
So there you
I like Kyle Pitts. I think his love for the game is about to come back. And
gonna say-
they just had an injury to Ray McLeod. I know or was it Darnell Mooney? One of them just got injured. But he'll always be behind Drake London. But I think there's a chance for him to actually really carve a role out for himself there. As there has been for 4 years. But that
This is the
Growing.
year, though, for sure.
This is the year, guys.
I
Yeah, I'm
know
drinking the
it.
Kool-Aid pretty hard on Kyle Pitts. I'm so glad that you've asked me about him specifically. I think he's got something cooking. But also within the first couple weeks, I will know. I think within the first couple weeks, we'll know if it's over for him. This is the last year, except for next year when he would get re-signed by a different team, and then we're like, okay, but on this team, and then we'll know. Then that time. Yeah, dude, he's got me. I love the guy.
I love your Kyle Pitts fandom. I feel like this is like 4 years running where
I really,
every year you are the Kyle Pitts guy.
I really keep trying. I really do. I think he can do it. And this year, dude, he's got not much has changed, but a little bit has changed.
This is the year.
This is the year. This is the year of Kyle Pitts. Ah,
Josh, I'm
Yeah.
glad you believe it in your heart of hearts.
I will. I'll continue to do so. I need a new favorite tight end now that it used to be Mark Andrews, but that's
Dude,
That's over.
Isaiah Likely.
fucking hate that guy. I do love Likely. I do like him. Although he fractured his foot already in training camp. He might be out to start the year.
Did not know that.
Yep. Fractured something. I do forget what. But yeah. I think that covers all of our. Oh, what we
I
got?
want to circle back real quick, and this is a big circle back, but it took me a while to pull up this information. I had to create a Fantasy Pros account for free and everything to get these statistics.
Oh, he's been on
But-
something. All right, he's been cooking. Let's
but-
see it.
We're talking about Javonte Williams not being able to break tackles, right?
Oh,
Javonte Williams last year ranked 54th in the league in broken tackles with a whopping 4 and 139 carries.
You know what?
Pathetic.
I'm sorry I missed those 4. I.
There
Yeah, more
are
than I
two
thought.
players I would argue possibly were worse. Any
Yeah,
guesses who
let's-
they might be?
Are they relevant enough to guess?
They are both starting running backs. I mean, there are plenty of other running backs on this list. For reference, Javonte Williams is tied with Braylon Allen, Zach Moss, and Nick Chubb, Trey Benson.
Who all got far less carries.
Significantly so. Braylon
Yeah.
Allen had 17.
Yeah. So, but Kenneth Walker.
It is
Dude,
not Kenneth
Kenneth Walker breaks tackles like crazy, or I guess he avoids the tackles.
Kenneth Walker did pretty good.
Wait, Najee Harris.
Najee, no.
No, he did well.
Austin
Dude.
Eckler.
Najee actually did fairly outstanding. He had
Wait,
22. Austin
Wait, I
Eckler
like
is not
Austin
the correct
Eckler.
answer, though. It is not
Wait,
Austin Eckler.
was Zeke in there last year?
No.
He's starting guy.
So, I mean, to be
Singleton.
fair, Austin Eckler did have less broken tackles, but he had one less on like half as many carries.
All right. Who did worse?
The two players who did worse, even though he had more with 6, he had 6 on 192 carries. Tyrone Tracy, which supports the Cam Scatabo theory a little bit.
I think they can do a little bit. Tyrone Tracy was a wide receiver turned running back. I think Cam Scatabo is a bowling ball. Tyrone Tracy is a catches guy. I think there's something that can happen there.
I do.
Like, I don't know if fantasy wise it'll be super good, but I think it's going to be an interesting backfield at least. Speaking of which, a quarterback we didn't talk about. I didn't put it on the doc. Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston on the Giants.
Oh, yeah. I wish it was Jameis, but they announced Russell as the starter.
I know. I love Jameis Winston, dude. And him to Malik Neighbors,
Would have been
That-
disgusting.
dude, that would rival Jamar Chase at the first pick, if I'm being honest. Dude, he made Jerry Jeudy #1 for a bit.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're
I-
not wrong.
You're not wrong.
How do you feel about Jerry Jeudy this year without Jameis?
I feel very mediocre. I think he's very
I-
mid.
I don't trust him.
We have one
Not
other
for
running back. We have one other running back. The only
yeah.
running back who had more carries, who had less broken tackles. Travis Etienne, who on 150
Oh!
carries only had 3 broken tackles.
Wow.
That sucks.
That's really bad.
That's like the biggest fall off of the past 2 years. ETN was going in like the second round like 2 years ago.
Yeah. No, ETM was crazy. And now it's a toss up of it's going to be. Tank Bigsby had a terrible rookie year but came back last year. Now they have Bashal Tootin. I don't know. That's another. Honestly, that's a running back trio that I still think like take a flyer in there, see if you happen to grab the one that works. Because I don't know who's going to come out of that running back room this
Maybe they can put Travis Hunter at running back too.
year. Just get him going.
Yeah, just ride him
the
until the wheels
touches.
Do
fall off.
everything.
100% of snaps. I want the first 100% of snaps player for one game.
Dude,
God, that would be awesome. Yeah, he would. But you know what? It would be glorious. And their general manager is a youngin. He doesn't know better. All right. I think that covers all of our bets. But I do want to ask you two as our gambling guys. I'm simply curious. Right now, who do you think you guys would pick for the Super Bowl?
Are you talking odds wise or just who do I think is going to win?
Looking up the odds will take time. Let's say not who's going to win, but who do you think the two teams, who's going to face off in the Super Bowl right now? Obviously, Eagles, Chiefs. Repeat.
But yeah, but are you asking like who you think the most likely is, or who do you think your best bang for your buck is?
If you guys think you can say a bang for your buck, let's do both. Because we don't know the odds right now. But if you have like, let's say choose your most likely and then choose your dark horse candidate.
All right.
Personally, I don't think the Chiefs make the Super Bowl this year. Like, even on talking most likely, I do not think the Chiefs do. Losing the Super Bowl can take you down. Like, the Niners fell apart after losing the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs are in a pretty rough spot with Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce declining. Like, I really do think they might take a step back this year.
I absolutely hate the fact that I'm using this comparison so much, but it feels so much like the Patriots when every single year they would be like, they're done. They can't be good again. They're out of it. And yet somehow every year, there we were. I hate that that's the comparison, but it really feels like that.
But you know what the difference is? The Patriots were always in a shit-ass division. Like,
That's fair.
And currently, the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Broncos all at least can put up a fight. I don't think the Patriots never had three possible contenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
My most likely I would be the Bills and the Eagles. I don't see any reason why the Eagles shouldn't be the favorite to make it back there. I think that Josh Allen is eventually going to win one. I hate to say it, but like,
Yeah.
and also like if you want to lean into like the NFL conspiracy stuff, which I don't subscribe to, but if you want to lean into it, the Bills just made a huge stadium on taxpayer money. The NFL's got to love that, but you can't sacrifice anyone to the pit anymore. So I would do those two. If you want your most bang for your buck, I would probably take the Bengals versus. I go the Buccaneers. Bengals Buccaneers would be my dark horses. I think that the Bucs have one more year of Evans, Godwin, and Baker. You have the running back that's just on fire right now. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name, but
Bucky Irving, dude.
Bucky Irving, yeah.
Oh, you mean Sean Tucker, the champion?
That's my dark horse team. If they're all, I mean, it's injury luck. But if those guys stay healthy, that's
Yeah.
a scary team. No matter what way you put it, you gotta put up 40 or 50 to beat that team.
It is a spooky one. I think I would put Ravens above Bills this year for Super Bowl.
The Ravens
But
always mess it
No.
up though. They always do something
they
to mess it
always
up.
mess it up. But I mean, the Bills, it's not like the Bills get there. You know, they both are messing
Chiefs,
it up.
that's why.
Yeah, it's the Chiefs.
But
I'd pick the Ravens.
I'm with Andy. I'm with Bills Eagles for most likely. For bang for my buck, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Rams, and then I'm gonna go another NFC team, the 49ers.
That
That
two
is-
NFC teams.
Bro, the AFC is just trash, dude. Like
Hey,
in
Tyler,
terms
I'll-
of like underdog candidates, like maybe the Broncos, I guess I would throw out there. Sean Payton. I don't know.
Yeah, who does
But-
the AFC have that?
Like for dark horse, like are we gonna call the Chargers? The Chargers, bro. I barely have
The
faith in them
Chargers
to make
are
the
dark
playoffs.
horse.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah,
I
I
really
mean-
don't. I don't think they can make it though.
The
I really
Chargers.
don't. I
gets
think the
grim. I don't
Broncos
know.
are more likely to make it than the Chargers.
Yeah, they have a better defense. All right, AFC, NFL teams. We have. Yeah, it's pretty rough, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
I mean Jacksonville, like if Lawrence like randomly just like it clicks
Yeah.
and you have Brian Thomas, you have Travis Hunter, and things
Yeah.
just click.
Hunter plays 100% of snaps and just saves everyone.
Hunter's
It's that
defensive
easy.
player and offensive player of the year.
Yeah, can you make the Pro Bowl for two positions? Is that possible? Dude, I don't know. Trevor Lawrence just has to go.
Actually,
He
that-
has to remember how to be good again. He was good. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. You know what? For the NFC, I honestly think that the Packers could do it. I think that whole division was very good. I think the Packers could pull through.
It's another NFC team, though.
Yeah, I know. I was choosing my NFC team. AFC is still tough.
It's kind of crazy. None of us have mentioned
How about the
Washington.
Texans? Yeah, the issue is that they have to get past the Eagles, and it's
Yeah.
that's the big thing. And also, right now,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest, I think Washington could take a step back pretty easily. If
For
Terry
sure.
McLaurin's not happy,
For sure.
people are going to figure out Jaden Daniels a bit more. We didn't talk about Debo much. I don't know how much I really think that he's going to add. I don't think they needed Debo's archetype on that team a ton.
Dude, I
Like,
think
he fills
that-
almost an Eckler role.
Bro, I think Devo's ceiling is pretty low, and I think his floor is his floor is like nothing almost.
Yeah. You know what? I think the Texans could do it. A healthy Nico Collins for a year would do wonders. That guy,
They got to get that offensive line together, though. That was another. I feel like
Yeah.
yes, the
that
Nico
was
Collins
a
issue was an
real
issue,
bad one.
but a huge CJ Stroud.
Stroud
guy.
under fire.
I
Bengals
attribute a
is
lot
probably
of
the best
CJ
thing
Stroud's
about
bad play to the line. Bengals, I like
Yeah.
Bengals.
I like Bengals. Yeah. Bengals Falcons. Falcons are about to ride that wave off of Kyle Pitts. About to go crazy. But no. Yeah, wow. AFC really is a tough spot. Patriots, baby. Go get them.
Go Pats.
I saw a stat the other day. Patriots are plus 100, so double your money to make the playoffs.
You know what? After discussing how bad the AFC is,
It's pretty possible. Likely?
It-
No. Possible? Yeah.
yeah, that's not too bad. All right. I'm sure this cast has gone on so far longer than it should have because we have one of our probably our most knowledgeable guest. I think
Aw.
Andrew's
Nice.
one of the best of us. Especially it came in clutch with the lawsuits.
Huge.
That's why you had me on.
Yeah.
Josh, wait. I want to know who the oldest RB in the NFL is.
Oh, sorry, I did write that as another trivia. Okay, who do you think the oldest running back in the NFL is? To close us out.
Is it Raheem Mostert?
It is not.
Is it a starting running back?
I wouldn't call him starting. He's on a team.
So this is either
It's a name you would know.
he's
for
a
sure.
starting running back.
It's a player. Yeah, he was fantasy relevant in the past. He was actually a player I really liked.
He's
Todd
a
Gurley.
he was.
Todd Gurley back?
No, Todd Gurley's not back, but man, I love Todd
You
Gurley.
did love Todd Gurley.
Oh, I love that guy. I miss him.
What about like? No, Zeke is not
Cordell
old.
Patterson.
It is Cordero Patterson.
Oh, I love Cordero Patterson.
No, it's
I was-
not.
I
He's an
thought
Atlanta
that. I
Falcons
legit-
legend, and he's on the Steelers.
Yep.
My God, dude.
He came
I was
over
thinking
with,
about,
with an offensive coordinator.
Ask about what's his
Yeah.
name,
He came over with Arthur Smith.
dude. Who's the
Cordell
dude
Patterson,
whose
dude,
wife
best
makes
returner
jackets?
in Madden for a while. Freaking love that guy.
How old is God, I can't remember his name for the life of me. Mike Tolbert doesn't play, does he? No, he's like years.
There's no
retired,
way
right?
he plays, right?
He's
I-
like 40.
okay,
He's like
I will
46.
say,
What
I
about
believe there's a- All right,
Were you
what
about
are
to say
gonna
another fullback?
I was.
What about Kyle? However you say, Juicy
Kyle
Juice?
Juszczyk. I
Wait.
believe.
What is he like second?
So Kyle Juszczyk is 34, March. Yeah, they're both 34. Cordero Patterson is March, and Kyle Juszczyk is April.
No shit.
So Kyle Juszczyk is second. But yeah, love some Kyle Juszczyk.
There's some fullbacks.
Also, I just learned he went to Harvard. Huh.
Him and Fitzmagic.
I was
Yeah.
just about to say Fitzpatrick.
Love Fitzmagic, dude. But yeah. Cordero Patterson, dude. Love that guy. He also might not be on the Steelers anymore. Because I just when I was searching him, I remember that he recently made a post about being jobless.
Interesting.
So,
So then Juszczyk would win.
so
he's not-
Juszczyk is actually the right answer, Tyler. Because
He's not
Cordero Patterson posted breaking news: Pittsburgh Steelers release old, washed-up Cordero Patterson on his day off. He posted that before they announced his release.
That is crazy. I mean, he's still active technically, so is he
Yeah.
still the oldest running back? In a sense.
I will give it to him. Cordero Patterson, love that guy.
He also wasn't
He's
even
like-
a running back. He was a wide receiver for the longest time.
Yeah, but then he was a running back. He's most recently a running back.
Yeah, he's been a running back for
A
a while.
running back / return specialist.
That's what he really is.
Yeah, it was him. You know who else? You know who retired last year that I love? Chris Conley.
Good guy.
What a guy. All right.
All right, well now
Well,
we
on
should
that-
probably wrap up. That's been a,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
been a long
wrap it up. Hey,
episode.
sorry, guys. We got a little bit carried away with that. But yeah. So to summarize, Victor, set your lineup. Set keepers. Please. That's all. Anything else to add, guys?
That's
Victor,
it.
the draft was 5 weeks ago. Set your week one lineup, please, for when he sees this eventually.
Yeah, when you eventually watches this. All right. Have a good night, everybody.